Okay. Hi, Mike.
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Good
Awesome.
to be here.
Yeah, it's good to see you again. Thanks for taking the time. I'm really excited to help you maximize the kit that you bought
Okay,
and get the most out of your doTERRA membership.
excellent, excellent.
So that's my intention for today, is to really turn your membership into a lifestyle so that you can get the most out of what doTERRA has to offer.
Fantastic.
So we ready?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Fantastic. So you got your kit in the mail.
Yes?
So we're pretending like this is the kit they bought, although the Davids has actually bought the Natural Solutions kit. So
Yeah, I remember it being a bigger box.
yes. So let's go ahead and open that up and let's start playing with your brand new products. To me, this is like Christmas when people get to open their gifts of the earth and start enjoying those gifts for the very first time.
This is Blunderbuss. Oh, okay.
So, awesome. So here are your oils. One of the first tips that I like to give people.
Okay.
We're going to go through your health goals and your health needs, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get the oils and your products in places where we're sure that you're going to be able to use them, and we're going to fit them into your lifestyle.
Okay.
Because that's one of the first steps to making something a habit, is just to put it where it's naturally going to get used.
Excellent.
So let me go ahead and turn to the Live Guide, and we're just going to follow the sequence in the Live Guide to help you make over your lifestyle.
Okay.
So we're going to start on page 1, and we're just going to go through the wellness pyramid. So basically, doTERRA, we at our core believe that you have to take a holistic approach to your health. You can't just use the oils and eat any kind of junk you want and not get enough rest or have toxicity around you. It really takes a holistic approach to get the very best results. So at the bottom of the pyramid is eat right, and then up from there is exercise, and then rest and manage stress, reduce toxic load, informed self-care, and then proactive medical care. So you notice those top two refer to our health care, right? But the bottom 4 are all about lifestyle. So we're going to be going through this lifestyle overview, and this is basically the I guess agenda is an okay word for that, because that's the framework for this whole Live Guide and lifestyle overview. So the cool thing is doTERRA does offer products for every one of these areas. So the first thing that we look at is the foundation, which is what we eat. Nutrition, I mean, you literally are what you eat. So doTERRA provides fuel, they provide support, they provide cellular nutrition, and the foundation of that pyramid is really the lifelong vitality. So I noticed that you guys chose the Natural Solutions kit.
Yes.
And I'm really glad that you did, because that includes the Lifelong Vitality Pack.
And we do have the Lifelong Vitality Pack in our LRP order.
Oh, so. Excellent. Excellent. We're going to be talking more about that later, but I'm glad to hear that you're proactive. Terrazyme and PB Assist are also excellent tools just to help your body get the most of what you are eating. So to get all the enzymes that you really need, you'd have to eat, a bucket of lettuce and greens every day. Most of us can't do that. So Terrazyme provides a really easy way to get your body a lot of those food enzymes and process all the food and really maximize even your vitamins. You'll get the most out of them if you take Terrazyme as well. So we take 2 at every meal, and then we take 2 at night before we go to bed. I notice the most difference when I'm eating dairy or meat. My body doesn't always process those very well.
Okay.
But with Terrazyme, I have no problems. And then PB Assist, your body needs healthy flora in your gut. You need those probiotics. And so the PB Assist provides an amazing support to keep that the whole GI tract supported and digestion working the way it should. So let's go ahead and dive into a glance at everything doTERRA has to offer in these 4 and then 2 departments. So eating right is the first thing we're going to look at. And as we're going, I want you to be making mental notes and circling the products that you think are of special interest to you and your family. So we've already talked about Lifelong Vitality right here. We've talked about Terrazyme, and here's PB Assist. There's also a PB Assist for kids, which is PB Assist Junior. My kids think that's candy. It basically tastes like Pixie Sticks. So they love that. And then my kids also do the multivitamins every day. And the IQ Mega is fantastic to get the kids their omega fatty acids. You can put that in a smoothie. Some kids drink it straight. But we also have some recipes here for smoothies to give you some ideas to get that nutrition going right.
It's a funny thing. My wife has a blog that she hasn't updated in years. And we every once in a while we go back and look at what's there. And she has a green smoothie recipe that constantly is getting thousands of hits every year, even though she hasn't touched the blog for a long time.
Yeah.
It's really taken off, which is kind of
smoothies
fun.
are a great way to get those greens in you. We also have some tips for oils that you can add to your water. And that's just a great way to keep your system clean. You notice a lot of those are citrus oils.
Sure.
Dr. Hill recommends taking some citrus oils internally every day.
Right.
So that's eating right. The next page is on exercise. We advocate that moving your body is going to be one of the best ways to keep a healthy life. So doTERRA has, again, several amazing products to support that. One of my favorites is the Deep Blue in both the oil and the rub. It's a great thing to put on before and after exercise, and also just to manage any joint pain or stiffness, any muscle soreness.
I had some muscle soreness in my neck last night and was using Deep Blue. It works amazing.
Awesome.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great one. So before we move on to that page, is there anything that you want to circle from the Eat Right page that?
Well, we're already
Vitality.
We're already using Lifelong Vitality.
Do you have Terrazyme?
We do have Terrazyme.
Okay. Good.
And so I haven't started using that yet, but that'll be on my list going forward.
Okay.
I have tried the PB Assist Junior, which does taste like candy, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's good to have.
I know.
Substitutes.
Healthy doesn't have to be miserable, does it? Can I borrow your pen?
Not always.
So I'm just going to make a note here on the Wellness Consult page. The Terrazyme, you've mentioned that you've got it, but you're not using it. So I'm going to check that box to make sure we cover that later.
All right.
Okay, so moving on from Eat Right, on the exercise page, another favorite of mine is the Mito 2 Max. Just great for energy. The Lifelong Vitality feeds the cells, but Mito 2 Max really focuses on the mitochondria and giving you good, clean energy all day long.
Sure. Okay.
So we're also huge fans of the Slim and Sassy line. Some people like the gel caps.
Right.
My Natalie loves to put the Slim and Sassy oil on her topically right after shower. So she'll do it on her gut, on her thighs, and then the gum we'll chew throughout the day. It's just for us, it's great that it has the metabolic effect, but we found that we can focus better if our gums are doing something.
Right.
So I don't know if there's ADHD there or what, but it's amazing. And then the Trim Shake is another amazing product that will support healthy metabolism, and lots of people have had great experience with weight loss using the Slim and Sassy line.
Okay.
The Trim Shake. There are again some recipes there that support that. So anything on this page that's of special interest?
Well, and I want to take a closer look at the Mito 2 Max.
Okay, great.
Because that's something that's interesting. We're already using the Deep Blue.
Awesome.
And we do use the doTERRA Breathe.
Good.
As necessary. Sometimes my son has a hard time sleeping at night, and so we'll put that in the diffuser to help open him up a little bit.
Yeah,
and he sleeps better with that.
Breathe is fantastic for that. So that's exercise. Let's move on to rest and managing stress. So this is a hot topic for a lot of people. Unfortunately, in our day and age, it's really popular to be overwhelmed and busy. That's kind of the new.
It's one of those odd things. You're like, how did that get to be cool?
Yeah, I know, right? So, the people who love to say, sleep is overrated, and it's just not healthy.
No.
And so, we recommend 8 hours of sleep a night. doTERRA has the Serenity and Lavender oils to support healthy sleep. We also have the Serenity Gel Caps, which we take faithfully every night. And I've got to tell you, this has been a game changer for us. We had a little bit of PTSD after Max's accident.
Oh, sure.
And
that's understandable.
And sleep was good sleep was hard to come by. And Natalie started experiencing some memory loss. So when she started taking the Serenity, which came out, I think, the very next convention, it was incredible. The memories came back, the sleep came back, and I can totally tell a difference when I don't take my Serenity at night.
Sure.
So the way that Rob explained that to us, because Natalie was saying to Rob Young, how does this work? And he said, your brain is like a computer. It needs a reset. And so the Serenity Gel Caps help you get into that REM that are the reset for your brain. So I love that product. We've also got some.
I think my wife would be afraid to have me try that product because I already sleep like a log.
You sleep like a log?
And she's always frustrated that it takes a train crash to wake me up. So,
oh man.
So that would really put me out, I think.
Well, I when I first took it, I was worried that nobody would be able to wake me up, but it's not the case. It just helps me get to sleep faster and stay in REM just the right amount of time. So, and then let's talk about managing stress. So the emotional aspect of the oils.
Nobody has stress in their lives.
No, not at all.
There's nothing.
The key with stress is obviously how we manage it, right?
Right.
So this is doTERRA's emotional balance wheel, which basically recommends different oils to help us work through different issues. So at the center of the wheel, we've got the negative emotions, and then we have the oils on the outer rim that are recommended. So obviously the oils come from different sources. Some come from herbs and grasses, some from the flowers, some from the leaves, some from citrus. And each of those has different emotional benefits. So doTERRA's created some blends that I think are just home runs. And outside of these, there are even other emotional oils that I highly recommend. So have you had a chance to try some of the emotional oils?
We have, and it's one of the things that's been really neat about it is using it with our kids, because our kids will say, I think I need, I've got something coming up today that's challenging, and I need some Brave. Which isn't on this particular wheel, but but yeah, we've been using that as a way of helping our kids process their emotions and increase communication between us on that as well, which is an additional benefit.
That's great.
But it's been working fantastic.
Awesome. So from this page on rest and stress, what are some products that are speaking to you that would support healthy rest and stress management?
Well, I think they're all useful for that.
You've got a diffuser.
We do have a diffuser.
Awesome. Those are
several.
Yeah, those are musts.
And the easy breathing is stuff that we were using already.
Good.
The On Guard and the Breathe.
Did you have the Breathe stick?
I don't think we have the Breathe stick.
That's one that we found is really useful, especially when the kids are working through some, chest cough.
Is that like a solid that you just rub on their chest or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's one to think about. If there are any emotional oils here that you feel I could support. Peace is actually one of my favorites for kids. Just to bring it down.
And I think they're all useful at one time or other, depending on what kind of stresses you're in. Yeah. My days don't always go the same. I've got days where there's a lot of stress. There's days that it's just hard to get going in the morning because of challenges. And so I think every single one of them has its place.
Yep, absolutely. Well, that's the emotional page with stress and rest. The next page is about toxic load. So obviously in our lifestyle today, there's so many products and things around us that are not healthy. You go through the grocery store and all of the processed foods, and you look at all the cleaners, you read the ingredients, and it's mind-boggling what's out there. Even just Roundup, right? You saw the recent lawsuit.
Oh yeah,
with the Roundup. So there's bad stuff all around us every day. So the first thing is to avoid it.
Sure.
The next best thing you can do is to be cleansing your body from the inside out. With tools like this.
And you raise the Roundup litigation, which I think is really interesting, because the reason why the plaintiffs in that case got as large a judgment as they did is because they were able to prove that the makers of Roundup were lying about what was there.
Yeah.
And so when you look at some of these products, it's hard to know as you're going through the grocery store again. It's hard to know what's there that the manufacturer knows is harmful, but they're still putting it out there for consumption anyway.
Yeah.
And so it's good to have a company that you can trust, that'll provide good non-harmful products.
Yeah, exactly. And the doTERRA, the owners of doTERRA, now that I know them all very, very well, these guys are super committed to their own health, the health of their family. And so whenever they develop a new product, they always start with that end in mind. How can I, what products would I want my children to have? So like when Rob Young developed the Lifelong Vitality, they said, create your dream supplement and just go crazy. And so he created what he would want for him and his family. Same thing with everything from the laundry detergent to the hand soap to the cleaners. Like, they're thinking of their family first, and so they walk the walk.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about doTERRA has what they call their 30-day cleanse, and this is something we recommend everybody do at least once a year, if not maybe quarterly. So the Terrazyme is part of that cleanse. The lemon taken in water is also a great cleanser. Zendocrine is a really nice kind of a starter cleanse tool. But then the GX Assist is the next level up from that. So we've got the two different kinds of Zendocrine. This is the herbal complex, and this is the Zendocrine oil in soft gels.
Right.
The GX Assist is like the kind of the aggressive go get 'em cleanser. So we recommend people go in this order. You see how this is days 1 through 30.
Right.
And then you might start this one, the GX Assist, on day 10, once you've got 10 days of cleaning, cleansing under your belt. Then the last 10 days of the cleanse, we recommend the PB Assist to replace the probiotics, and then the DDR Prime.
Okay.
So the DDR Prime, my dad actually got cancer when about 10 years ago. And we, knowing that is a risk in my genes, I've taken DDR Prime faithfully, because cellular health is really at the core of all kinds of health.
Right.
So that's definitely a product I recommend.
Okay.
Is that a cleanse that you think you might want to try?
I've never tried a cleanse before.
Okay. Some people do crazy cleanses, with juices and
nothing but honey and
right.
chicken broth for 30 days. And
the thing I like about doTERRA's cleanse is it's very doable.
Yeah.
You don't have to, go to Bali and drink, some kind of crazy tea. It's products that you can just fit into your lifestyle.
Right. So I can keep eating at McDonald's 3 times a day while I'm doing this.
You could. the goal there is to support. I know. But yeah, it's not just juices with
right.
this. It's your healthy diet with that.
Right.
So feel free to circle anything that looks like something that supports your
goals. I think this is something that we'll definitely give a try. So the whole 30-day cleanse.
Yeah. It's great.
Because I know Angela would be on board with something like that as well.
Cool. What's amazing is all of the side benefits of doing a cleanse. People's skin issues start to clear up right away. People's weight loss goals become more attainable. Their headaches, their emotion, imbalances. The cleanse, I think, it's kind of a one size fits all. When people bring up a chronic health issue, I'm like, let's go to the gut, and start there.
And if that doesn't work, you figure out what else you need to do. But
it's
something that fixes most stuff. Then
totally,
it's a good place to start.
It is.
May fix problems you don't even realize you're dealing with.
Exactly. Yeah. Then we have some other just daily habit tools. Most people brush their teeth. And so doTERRA provides a toothpaste that's a natural whitening toothpaste. It tastes like On Guard, which I love.
Yeah.
They also have a line of skincare. The Virage line is completely organic. It's all plant-based. There's nothing synthetic in that. They also have their shampoo and conditioner, which we use every day. The laundry detergent, the cleaner, and the hand soap. We've got that all throughout the house. So
we're using a lot of this stuff too. And one of the things that isn't on this page that we're using that came out at convention this year is the mouthwash, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Which again tastes like the On Guard.
Yeah.
So first time I used it, I was like, hey, this is like the On Guard drops.
Yeah.
Similar.
It's amazing.
Shouldn't have surprised me.
Yeah.
It did. But usually you put a mouthwash in, you expect it to burn.
Right.
Which should be a warning sign that that's not good to stick in your mouth.
Right.
The mouthwash is fantastic.
Yeah, we're big fans. We've also got some recipes here.
Okay.
We use these cleaners, the glass cleaner and then the stain remover.
Yeah.
Just as another way to reduce toxic materials from home.
Yeah.
So the next level is informed self-care and targeted support. So this is when we're moving from lifestyle into healthcare. So these are some just a handful of tools that we never leave the home without because everyday life comes with bumps and bruises. So past tense is really great for head tension, neck tension.
I haven't tried that.
Past tense is incredible. I could tell you story after story. It's also great if you have any kind of like blunt force, like hit your finger with a hammer. Past tense is really amazing with things like that.
Sure.
CorrectX, it's a natural ointment that we use on any kind of sore, burn, or anything like that. The beadlets are a great way just to, pop, especially on an airplane or when you're out in public. It cleans up your breath as well as supports your healthy immune system.
When you do that, does the bead let you just stick it in your mouth and allow it to dissolve, or you swallow it?
I let it dissolve in my mouth because
Okay.
then you get the full benefit
Okay.
on your full throat and everything. And then lavender. It's like the one size fits all for skin, for just soothing. God love lavender. A lot of people use these little keychain kits to store little oils. I mean, because you can fit that in any size purse or handbag. And these are some recommended oils to put in your keychain kit. And then what's cool is when you start to understand each body system and how those systems interact, you can really start to treat the root cause of any health issues.
Right.
Instead of just Band-Aids and symptomatic healthcare. This is true healthcare because it's dealing with issues, the root, not the symptom. So as you see, like
in supporting your body and being able to do what it's supposed to do.
Exactly.
Rather than trying to do it for your body.
Yeah. Dr. Hill says the oils don't cure anything. That the body was made to heal itself. We just give the body what it needs, and it heals itself. So here are some nice oils for like muscular and skeletal. We've talked about Deep Blue and Deep Blue Rub. Anyways, this is a page that you could put up on your fridge and just kind of study and have as a background. So we've gone through each of the 5 levels of the we've gone through all of them, and here we have 5 of those levels. Anything else that you see here that that's of interest to you? The touch kit, I don't know if we talked about that, but a lot of the oils, if you're going to put the oil on your kid, usually you have to put it on your hand and then rub it on their stomach or their neck. Sometimes, with kids, it's better to dilute. So the touch kit, all those, it's the same oils that come in your Home Essentials and Family Essentials kits, but they're just with fractionated coconut oil.
Right.
And they're in a roller bottle.
Okay.
So that way you just get them out. The kid can put them on themselves.
Sure.
You don't have to worry about it, going where you don't want it.
Right.
It's much more contained and in a really nice delivery mechanism for kids. So the touch kit is something I'd recommend you look at.
Okay.
The emotional aromatherapy, can't say enough good about that. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into your specific health priorities.
Okay.
Let's talk about, if you were to say, if you could wave your magic wand over the next 90 days, what would you say your top health priorities are right now and over the next 90 days?
Well, my top health priorities, I mean, if I could wave a magic wand, I'd get my 19-year-old body back.
Okay.
That's what I'd do. But that involves a lot of hard work and a lot of support being given for that, because I was in good shape.
Yeah.
The whole glory days.
Yeah, right.
But
totally.
so yeah, I mean the top health priorities for me is just I need to lose a little weight.
Okay.
And I need to manage stress a little bit better.
Okay.
And I need to just improve just my overall fitness. I can't look at anything and think I'm good there.
Yeah.
There's always ways to improve.
Sure.
When it comes to that type of stuff. So
okay. So why don't you go ahead and make some notes on the far left column?
Sure.
You could list ideal weight. It could have more to do with percent body fat.
Right.
Which, because fitness, it's not just about weight. Obviously, as you know, it's more about am I in a good space?
Yeah, the BMI doesn't work for me. When I was, as you know, when I was in the Philippines, I
remember your story.
I can't eat rice. I lost 60 pounds in less than a month. And it's funny because you go to the BMI and it says that I should weigh 165. Well, I've been to 165 and it's not pretty.
Yeah.
My little brothers call the pictures from that time my Mission, the Skeletor series.
Oh my goodness.
I had bones sticking out where I didn't know I had bones.
Gosh.
So the ideal body fat percentage is really really where it's at when it comes to that. It's more the BMI kind of stinks.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So percent body fat, is that a better way?
Yeah.
Yeah. For a lot of people that we work with, a lot of their early goals involve just moving their body in a meaningful way for 3 times a week. You know what I mean? So they're not going to try to tackle Everest or change the world, but they're going to say, instead of taking the elevator, I'm going to take the stairs.
Yeah.
Or instead of sitting at my desk, I'm going to, while I talk on the phone, I'm going to walk around. So,
well, that's something that I've started. I
good.
Tracking steps on my watch, and if I'm on the phone, I'm walking.
Cool.
I mean, we were on the call yesterday.
Yeah.
And I said, hold on a second, I can put my headset on so I can walk while we're talking.
That's great. I love that. And that's how it all starts, with those small, simple steps.
Yeah.
So, okay. So let's talk about some solutions that some we've talked about, and maybe some that we haven't. What are some products that have stood out to you that would help you support your goals?
Well, one of the things that that I just found out this morning, which is the 30-day cleanse, which I think I could schedule and really go into in the next short amount of time. I think that would be a good starting point for me on that.
Great.
Because like I said, historically I've got friends that will do the cleanse, and I don't stand on my head well.
Yeah.
And I don't deal well with nothing but liquid.
Yeah.
Intake.
Totally.
And so this is something that I think is doable and practical.
Okay.
For me to do. So that's
perfect.
That's what I think is going to be my starting point.
So the 30-day cleanse, we talked about. Maybe just let's go ahead and plug the cleanse into your daily routine.
Okay.
So Terrazyme, it recommends doing those with meals. So why don't you go ahead and just write Terrazyme. Actually, you know what? There's already a checkbox down there.
Oh, okay.
So for the 3 times a day. So just check the Terrazyme. And then let's go to the next one.
Oh, there we got that one. And when it says 1 to 3 caplets, how do I choose?
I think it's based on body size,
Okay.
or build. So if it was one of my teenagers, I'd probably say 1. So my wife, I might say 2.
Right.
A bigger build, I might say 3.
Okay.
And a lot of that too has to do with what you're eating. So if I were eating if I were just taking like a juice for breakfast, I might take 1. If I'm having a steak for dinner, I'm probably gonna take 3 or 4.
Right. Okay.
So, all right. So lemon is the next one, and we recommend it 3 to 5 times a day in water.
Okay.
So lemon, let's definitely do that, and make sure we're getting lots of lemon. So that's kind of an intro cleanser. Zendocrine is the next one. So that one, it recommends 2 to 3 times a day, 1 capsule.
Okay.
So a lot of times for me, it's easier just to think morning and evening meal.
Right.
So that's when I do my Lifelong Vitality.
Okay.
So
I don't know if I spelled that correctly.
Zendocrine. Yeah, these made up words.
Well, not entirely. I don't have to spell it. I just have to be able to read it on the bottle, right?
Yep, that's right. Okay. And
My
then
handwriting stinks.
And then we've got the two forms of the Zenderquin. We've got the
detox complex,
the detox, and then the oil that's in a soft gel.
Okay.
So you could do these, the herbal ones for the whole 30 days, but this one just for the first 10 days.
Okay. All right.
So
do this one for the first 10 days and then switch.
So you would do these, all three of these products,
and then
the whole 30 days.
Oh, okay. And then do both of these for the first 10 days.
That's right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And then GX Assist,
Okay.
days 11 through 20. I'd probably do those definitely with food. But how many times a day did you say?
So there's 1 to 3 soft gels a day with meals.
Yeah. So again, you could knock it out morning and evening. One thing that Rob Young has taught me is that the vitamins, there is more benefit to spreading them out, morning and evening. Some people just take all of them in the morning,
right?
But
right.
The more you spread it out, the more benefit you get. And then the PB Assist for the last 10 days of the cleanse, and then DDR. I think DDR might be in that list at the bottom. Let's double check that. DDR. Nope.
PB Assist is.
PB. Okay. Yeah, so let's check that. It's part of the cleanse. And then Michael Vitality, you're already doing, so let's just check that.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Now, the good news is you've got a lot of this product.
We do.
And this is a lifestyle change, so we can spread out the purchase of these over the next 90 days.
Right.
Because I like to work on goals in 90-day increments. I also wanted to show you a resource that we talked about in the class.
Yeah.
But this has been a total game changer for me and my family.
Okay.
So this is a book that we use to look up our health issues. So we go to the quick reference section, which is the first section of the book, the first chapter, and we just look up the condition on the left side, and then we go to the top recommended oil, and it shows how to use it. And then if we want to learn more, we go to the far right column about the body system, and you can go into more depth. So you said that your number one goal was had to do with weight. And so there's actually a whole body system section in the last section about weight. So I'm going to turn there, and there's a really informative intro about how this body system works, and information that's useful. And then we go to the top solutions in the weight section. And that's divided up by single oils, blends, and supplements.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that we've already ticked a lot of these boxes, but we didn't talk about grapefruit.
Grapefruit's great. I've got that in my car diffuser right now.
Good. So start putting it in your water, and you'll be blown away. Cinnamon, really good. It inhibits the formation of new fat cells. It helps with blood sugar.
Okay.
And then as far as blends, the Slim and Sassy. So this book uses the generic names
right.
of the oils. You'll notice that all the blends have the main name, like Slim and Sassy, but the generic name is Metabolic Blend.
Okay.
So that's what's used here. And then the detoxification blend, and the cellular complex blend, which is DDR Prime.
Right.
So we've already talked about that. Did we write DDR Prime?
No.
I guess when you go to the days 10 to 20 and then 20 to 30, you could change up your daily schedule.
Sure.
So here are some, actually this is that weight loss program that we just talked about, but with a little more fleshed out detail.
Okay.
And then here's
page 362.
And then here are some like some wraps and appetite control, and some the remedies are actually some of my favorite parts of this book, because it's like this is where people have been in the trenches, and they've created a whole protocol
Right.
For different health issues. So that's a great lineup. How about managing stressors? What are some of the products that we've
talked about the emotional support. We talked about the on the just when I'm dealing with when you have stress at work and you have stress in your family, it's really a manifestation of different emotions that you're feeling that just kind of build up and build up. You may be fearful, maybe worried, you may be sad, you may be distressed, maybe anxious, feel insecure. There may be some anger in there, some sadness or shame. So there's really stuff around that whole wheel, and I think part of the situation is just figuring out where the stress is coming from and what the underlying emotion is,
right?
So that you can find the right blend to give you some support on that.
Yeah, totally.
So
I agree.
That's something that I've started playing around with.
Good.
Playing around isn't necessarily the right word, but experimenting with.
Good.
And seeing some good results from.
Fantastic. So go ahead and just fill in the blends that you're feeling most drawn to. You mentioned some of the children's blends, but peace, console, forgive.
Yeah.
Just magical. Balance is one that I actually use every day. I like to put on my feet right after shower.
Right.
I also like to use it as an aftershave.
It
just has a nice, fresh smell. Okay. And then, that's great. So, and then general wellness.
Yeah.
What specifically are you thinking of there?
Well, I think when I was writing that, I was thinking about the cleanse, which we already talked about.
Okay.
And just thinking about experimenting with different things as far as my own personal body, my own personal environment. What are the things that are most helpful to me?
Okay.
And I can take some hints and say, okay, well, it looks like this and this and this and this and this, but until I sit down and try them all, I'll be able to figure out which ones actually help the most.
Yeah, totally.
For my individual circumstance, which is going to be different for everybody.
Yeah. Okay, great. Let's talk about your kids. You've mentioned them a few times. What are some of the concerns or goals that you've got for them?
I think for both of them, I wasn't ready to answer that. I think for both of them, we're interested in them being happy. We're interested in them being successful in what they do. We've got, they're in school and they're doing well in school, but there's always, times in the day, particularly in the afternoon when they've got homework, I wanted to hopefully help them to focus on that and just be excellent in what they undertake.
Yeah.
And there's times where I think they get a little distracted, as kids do.
Yep.
And times in which they get a bit emotionally overcharged. They're not even teenagers yet,
right?
Crying out loud. But I'm telling myself that we're just getting the teenage years early.
Yeah.
I'm banking on the fact that by the time they're 14, they'll be done with that. But
I've heard,
it makes me feel better now. I know when they're 14, it's not going to be that way.
Well, I've heard with boys, it's hard easy, and with girls, it's easy hard.
Yeah. Well, we've got boys, so
I think
hopefully that's true.
Hopefully you're on that course.
But there's lots of things that we've been using with the kids kit in particular.
Great.
That came out at convention this year. Has been fantastic for them to self-diagnose what they're dealing with.
Yeah.
Because we're dealing with simple concepts,
right?
Simple things that are accessible for them. And so the kids kit's been fantastic for that.
Good.
And then every once in a while we'll say, you might want to think about that one.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Well, why don't we take like their focus and just why don't you go ahead and make a note of that? You could just put it under as one of your kids' health concerns. So focus is definitely something feels like it's just exploded as a concern of late. And I know that I have to have a lot of support to stay on track. My ADHD is my natural tendency. So I go to the A to Z section of the book, and I'm looking up focus, and lo and behold, doTERRA has a focus blend that's called InTune.
Okay.
But as you know, the kids line now kind of customizes that to kids, and the Peace blend is another really good one. So which one of those speaks to your kids and their needs?
Well, the Peace blend has been helpful to this point.
Good.
But if they really need a kick in the pants, maybe try the focus and see if that
InTune.
The InTune, see if that helps.
Great.
As well. So
we'll
give it a shot.
That's great. That's when we take our kids to school in the mornings, we always have an InTune in the car. And they all get it under their nose and on the back of their neck before they go into school. Okay. So let's talk about other choices. I mean, we've already addressed a lot of them that are going to support you in your health goals. So we're on number 3 on the wellness consult page.
Well, I think I could probably increase my water.
Okay.
I get my hydration in more exotic ways sometimes.
Everyone would benefit from drinking more water, I think. So,
I tend to sleep well. Sometimes I don't go to bed when I should.
Okay.
I am working on getting more exercise. We've got a basketball in the car that I've started taking the kids to the park with.
Oh, good.
Which has been fun both for me and for them.
Yeah, you mentioned moving while on the phone. So maybe playing with kids, just getting up more often.
Yeah. And I think we could all do better with our diet.
Yeah.
I do occasionally go to McDonald's.
Okay.
But I probably ought to.
Should we make a note of that too?
Yeah. It's those darn $1 large sodas.
If they weren't so dang cheap. It's their fault.
It is their fault. I bear no responsibility whatsoever.
So we've got a pretty good plan here.
Yeah.
Why don't we go ahead and transfer the natural solutions that we've chosen and just plan them out, so that you don't have to break the bank in month 1.
Right.
You can spread it out over the next 3 months.
Sure.
So we're not going to take the time, but that's what we would do.
There's a worksheet to do that.
Yep, there's a worksheet. And this is also a perfect time to log into your back office and show you the difference between, first of all, how to log in, because that might be someone's first time if they filled out a paper enrollment form.
Right.
And it's also a great time to show them the difference between loyalty rewards order and a standard order.
Right.
So the next page goes into a lot of detail about the difference between or the benefits of loyalty rewards. Some of us like to say that doTERRA has an intelligence test,
Okay.
and loyalty rewards is the smart way to buy in. And this highlights a lot of those reasons. So this is a fantastic plan, and I'm really excited. Why don't we take just a minute and talk through where we can place your oils strategically and your products to best set you up for success. So let's start with the Lifelong Vitality. Where should we put that in your house or in your bag to make sure that gets used at mealtime?
Well, mealtime, that's tricky because it's not always at home.
Okay.
So probably want to have that in my bag that I carry around with me.
Okay.
And maybe some, generally, when I'm getting ready in the morning, I'll jump in the shower and then go straight down and have some breakfast after that. So maybe if I got it there when I do my shaving and brush my teeth, and take that and then go down for breakfast.
Yeah, if you're already drinking some water after brushing your teeth, maybe that's the ideal spot.
Sure. Yeah.
The way that we've done it in our house, we've, believe it or not, opening 3 different bottles, 4 with Terrazyme and then 5 with TDR Prime. That's enough to stop me from taking them on a regular basis. So what Natalie and I have done is we've purchased one of these pill boxes that, it's really bright, that you can put different products in the different compartments. And it's a really handy way to not have to open 5 bottles.
Right.
And we keep one of these by the sink, and then Natalie keeps one in her purse.
Okay.
So now, it's right by where we get our cups, our glasses, and there's one in the purse. Right. So whether we're eating at home or on the go, it's easy to have our vitamins.
Sure.
And then if we're going to be on a plane, we just take 1 meal's worth and put them in a little plastic bag.
Okay.
And then we're good to go.
Right. So
this is a fantastic tool. It actually becomes a really great marketing tool because if we're out at a restaurant, we're taking these, sometimes it's a conversation starter.
Sure.
Or in line in a store. So this is a really great way to get the products out of your shelves and into your life.
Excellent.
How about the oils? Let's talk about the mood oils. Where should we put those to make sure that those get used and you get the benefits of those?
Yeah. Sometimes in the office would be a good place for it, I would think.
Okay.
Because you want to be able to use them when you're feeling that need.
Yeah.
Yeah. And normally I'm pretty relaxed when I get out of the shower.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't started thinking about what's going on yet. I'm
sure
just washing my hair and
Yeah.
waking up. And so probably down in my office would be the best place for it, but also, have a kit where I can carry them with me at times that I'm not at a specific location.
Great. Okay. So either in your bag or at your office, where you're the most likely to feel the stress, is it going to make the most sense to put them out on the desk so that you can see them? Or what's going to be the cue? Sometimes I kind of have to plant little alerts in my brain,
right,
so that I actually remember to do things. So what's going to be your cue so that you make sure to reach for the oils instead of just
I can make a joke and talk about sticking it in a safe that has 6 combination locks. No, I mean, you want to have it ready at hand. So, either, I'm always going into a specific drawer.
Okay.
Whenever I need a pen or Post-it note or anything like that.
So maybe in that drawer.
So maybe in that drawer, which is where I go to get all my stuff. If I need something, that's where I go.
Okay.
And then, maybe have something on the desk if it's something that I'm using more frequently. Just
fantastic.
as a reminder.
Okay, that sounds great. Well, my role is to support you in your health goals. So I'm going to be cheering for you all the way, and we want to do anything we can to support your success.
Excellent.
Let's go ahead and talk about the smartest way to buy.
Okay.
This is doTERRA's intelligence test, and it's a loyalty program very similar to like a Delta SkyMiles or Costco or a credit card that pays you back.
Right.
The difference is instead of getting back like 1 or 2%, you can get up to 30% back.
Right.
So not only are you getting the wholesale discount, the 25% off, you're also getting these percentages back. So it turns out to be a fantastic savings. So if you buy one of the smaller kits when you got started, you start at the lower percentage and then you go up by 5% every 3 months.
Right.
So because you guys chose a Natural Solutions kit, you started with 15%, and so you're going to be moving up faster than most. So you passed the first intelligence test. You know value when you see it. So let's go ahead and log into your computer and show you how to do that. The great thing about Loyalty Rewards is we change ours every single month. There's 1 or 2 things that we get every time, but Melissa oil tends to last a long time for us.
Right.
So we're changing up that order every month. We'd like to make sure we have a good, healthy stock of the supplements.
Sure.
There's nothing worse than, you're about to go on a trip for 10 days and you're out of Lifelong Vitality.
Right.
So we like to have that on hand.
Sure.
And then when you accrue those points, you can redeem them anytime you want. And that's really simple. And here's how.
Right.
And here's a little chart that shows how those points accrue and what you get for different size orders. The absolute smartest way is to buy 125 PD order in the first 15 days of the month, because then doTERRA will give you an extra free product.
Right.
That's what they call their free product of the month club. And that's it's a no-brainer. Because you and Angela have chosen to build this as a business, it's also really strategic for you and for all of your team to do that, because then you can know where you're at halfway through the month.
Right.
And now you've got 15 days to strategize and do something about that.
Sure.
Let's see. Any questions about Loyalty Rewards?
No.
All right. This is a kind of an FAQ with the most commonly asked questions. On the back, I want to walk you through all the different types of support that we have for us. Like, I want to make sure you've got my contact info. So here's my phone number and email address. And I've got, we have a Facebook group. It's facebook.com/shareoilsuccess.
Okay.
So be sure to like that page, and we can kind of stay in touch that way. We've also got a monthly Zoom call that we do. And so here's the link and here's the time for that.
Okay.
Because you guys chose to buy the Natural Solutions kit, we'd like to give you this reference guide as a gift.
Excellent.
To support you in your health goals.
Thank you.
There's a mobile app
Okay.
of the book, which is really nice, especially on the go. doTERRA also puts out a living magazine that has lots of great recipes and great product ideas.
Okay.
So those are super powerful. So what's cool about doTERRA is every single bottle makes a difference in your life, but also in the lives of the growers.
Right.
Now that I've had a chance to visit many of the countries and work side by side with the growers, and because doTERRA has so responsibly gone to the co-impact source model and to gone straight to the growers, it's truly changing lives. The other cool thing is that if you'd like to, you can share these products with others and change their lives too.
Sure.
So we've talked about that
Yeah.
at our intro class, and you guys have expressed an interest. You guys have even committed to take it to the next level and actually create an income for you and your family. So that's not just changing others' lives, but it's also changing your family's future.
Yeah.
So we get to empower people and help them do the same for others. So
and that's the thing that's exciting about it, is just being able to not only be focused on me,
Yep.
or mine,
right.
but focus on helping others, which is
It's the biggest paycheck there is.
Yeah,
when
it really is.
When you can change a life for good, it's the best. So this is the time where if this was their first time showing interest, we would go through the share guide. We would talk about which of your friends and family need these natural solutions. We would start making that list, talk about their needs, and then we'd go through the build guide. We talk about your business goals. We'd go through the first 3 steps of actually hosting that class and reaching out to those people.
Sure.
We might set up another time to, if you wanted to reach out to some of those people together.
Right.
A lot of people are nervous about their first time reaching out.
They haven't done it before.
It's a whole new conversation. So we're always happy to support that way.
Excellent.
There's also a space on the back to put their login to their doTERRA account. Okay. So your member number and password, just so you've got that as well. So any questions you've got for me today, Mike?
No, not today.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your commitment to your health and to the health of your family. Like I said, we're going to be your cheerleaders. So we're here to cheer you on to success and help you get there.
You always use a good cheerleader.
Okay. Fantastic. Thanks so much, Mike.
Thank you.